Mercedes CLC 180, we've had issues with the light switch on this 2009 model. As you can see, we've had to remove the center dial to turn the lights on. So it started with the folding mirror buttons. It got to the stage where these were very intermittent. They would sometimes work, sometimes wouldn't. And again with the rotary control as well, sometimes this would work and sometimes it wouldn't. So I removed it and we had loads of issues because the lights then didn't turn on and all sorts of problems. So in the end, I've ordered a new part. So this is the part. We had to wait about a week or so for this. It's a 203 545 2704, which is the part number for this one. Let's get in. So there we go, there's the brand new part number. I did look on eBay and there's a lot of these, especially the ones with the mirror folding option, but when you look at the back, some of the options have a vacuum line here where they're just pipes that come out of this section. So of course that's not going to work for this model. This is data cable on here, electrical connection, and same on this side of course. So you've got to be exact on the part for the model that we've got. This is a 2009, so there we go, there's the part number, A203 545 2704. I don't know if that's the date, 2013. It's going to be pretty hideous if that's been in storage for that long, but well, it looks brand new. So let's go ahead and fit that and we'll see what we need to do. So the first stage to get this out is to remove this side panel here. This is where the fuse box is, the fuse panel. So we're going to get that out. And to remove the fuse panel, I'm just going to use a screwdriver just to gently prise in here. There we go, so you can see that's all I've done really, just give it a little prise. And once you've done that, you can actually remove the panel. And there we go, you can see once you've levered it open, there's a spring clip that goes in there. There's probably a little hinge down here somewhere. That just comes out. There we go, so you can see there's the top hinge that goes in. Kind of a plasticky spring clip there, hinge at the bottom, that just goes in like that. And then there's our fuse box, just for some of the internal fuses. Comes with a nice little natty guide on which fuses do what. But what we're interested in is getting to the back of this. Now I've removed this really just to help us a little bit. The actual screw you need is under here, under the handbrake. So you need to get this screw and undo the screw. So you need to pull the handbrake back, the handbrake release back, and under here you probably see, hopefully you can see, there's going to be a little Torx key in there, a little Torx screw. So we need to release that. So I'm going to go ahead and find that and then I'll show you how to do that. So I'm using a T20 Torx bit. That's how it looks. Excuse the quality of the Torx set I've got. You can see that it's off center there, but it does work. So you'll need to go under the handbrake, release lever, and then unscrew that. You can see there's the angle that I'm unscrewing this Torx bit. And what that does is that's going to release, as you can see, it's going to release this switch system here. It's going to release the switch mechanism. Right, there we go. So there's the piece in question. There's the screw. So once that's out, you should then be able to bring this out. And that's why I've removed this, so you can actually get to it from behind and then push it through. And the last little tab to push in is here. If you push that one in, there we go. Yep, push that in there. This will slide a bit better. There we go, look. There we go. That's come out. So there's the push clip. Just push that in from here. And there we go. Oh, there is one on this side, but I didn't need to do that because I just came out at an angle. The previous garage had a go at doing this. As you can see, they have damaged the dash, which is a shame. So just beware of that. Don't use screwdrivers to dig in here. No need for that. Right. The screw goes into the bottom there, so that's why that was like that. So you can see there's a couple of screw holes and it actually comes up from there. And then really what it is just a case of unclipping those two and then putting the new part in. This is an interesting piece. can see you've got a little push tab just here, and then when you do that you should be able to slide it down. So you push in here, slide that down, you see that it pushes it out. So there's your main data cable, and then this one here, very similar. You can see you've got a tiny tab just there. Use your finger, push that in, and gracefully let it drop to the floor. So you can see it's got a very similar mechanism. Put a little push tab, keeps it in place. There's this one, you can see it's like a rotary switch. So when it's locked, it goes right to the top, and then to release it, you press this back tab, and then you can swivel the arm down, and that kind of pushes it out and releases it at the same time. So new switch, really just the reverse. So we get those in, just push them in, they click in. This one first, that one there, just push in until it clicks. Let's do the same for this one. So there we go, push it in. And then when you get to a certain bit, you need to start to rotate this. There we go, do you see that just go in a little bit? Push in further. You can see that pivots back up, and then finally go into the click into position, and then that's locked in. And then really it's just a case of pushing it back in. So make sure all your connections are in. That one's nice and in, that one's in, and you can see there's a couple of teeth there where it grips in, and that pushes up, and then just push this back into place. This will be a bit more stiff because it's a newer one. There we go. And that's it. Put your Torx back underneath here, and now it's time for testing.